I do hope that you enjoyed your summer vacation, and some of you may have realized that we took a pause for the summer vacation. Yes, and as I continue to say, it is important to balance for better. And as much as we want to continue to inspire intellectual innovation and accomplish all of these things that we dream of, we also want to balance for better and live our best life. So I hope that you enjoyed your summer vacation. And as for me, I had a fantastic one from the carnival festivities right here in St. Lucia, the Calypso tents, the soca events, the private parties, and then the short stop in Dublin. I went to Paris, Scotland, Glasgow, and London. And now I'm returning to this space with reframed thoughts. And interestingly, today our topic so happens to be reframe those thoughts. And I chose reframe those thoughts because sometimes we don't even realize that the way we think and our thought patterns, yeah, can really influence those decisions that we make and how we react. And this can shift our entire future. Those simple thoughts can shift or impact our entire future. And therefore, I thought it necessary to speak on this topic today because I think it is essential to train your mind, especially as you traverse the road less traveled to accomplish those dreams that you have always dreamt of. Yeah? The truth is that along your journey, even as you continue to put your best foot forward, yeah, there will be challenges, big or small, that you will have to respond to. However, when you can train your mind and reframe those thoughts, you will have the ability to respond in a manner that does not knock you off your path, one that does not distract you, one that does not require that you start all over again. And I know some of us are afraid, we are scared of starting over again, or one that does not allow you to quit on yourself. Sometimes those thoughts come in your mind, and all they're saying is, it is not worth it. I am not enough. I cannot accomplish this thing. And what do? You quit on yourself. In his book, Feeling Good by David Burns, he highlights common thought patterns or cognitive distortions that can get one stuck in those negative or limiting mind or thoughts or that frame of mind, right? And sometimes we tend to adopt that all or nothing type of thought pattern, seeing everything as a strict either I succeed or either I fail. And for example, we, especially those of us who go through that phase of anxiety, because if we go back to the Kubler-Ross stages of grief, when things don't go well for us or when those challenges present its ugly face, anxiety may be something that some of us may have to deal with. And sometimes if we look at one coping mechanism and it doesn't work, we tend to tell ourselves, you know what, I told you it would not work. I told you that you would fail. I told you that you should probably quit because it's not going to happen for you. We discount the positive, disregarding every positive experience to justify those harmful patterns or those things that didn't work out for us. And then what do? We jump to conclusions, making assumptions about what happened, what did not happen, what may have happened, with minimal or no experience, because we come to those conclusions purely based on emotions. So it is important to reframe your thoughts and view life from a positive lens. So for me, what I have practiced over the years is really, especially when I get into that fight or flight situation, where normally, you're trying to make those hard decisions, you're trying to get over these challenges or these hurdles, and you just go to the negative almost immediately. So what I have done is try my best to view my life and what is happening from a positive lens. Yeah. And I draw from an inspirational and positive source all the time. It doesn't matter what is happening, where it is happening, when it is happening. I try my best always to draw from a positive source. So those thoughts and whatever decisions, because your thoughts impacts your decisions. So those thoughts and whatever decisions I make are in my best interest all the time. So, for example, in my master's degree program, and I like to go back and use examples because I want to put things into perspective. Yeah. So, for my master's degree program, I felt that this accounting program was getting the best of me. And almost immediately, my mind and those negative thoughts began to take control. And I told myself things like, it is better to quit the program. You're going to fail anyway, because if you fail the accounting module, you can't move on to the next module, your research paper. So I said, you're going to fail anyway. Why would you continue if you have to repeat anyway? And then one day I told myself, you're making excuses and you're viewing this thing from a negative lens, rushing to assumptions, judging with no or minimal evidence that you're going to fail, and you're making your decisions purely based on your emotions. Yeah. So one day I tell myself, you know what? It is time to start viewing this from a positive lens. It is time to look at this thing from I am going to work hard and invest my time in mastering this subject, knowing that I can do this. And this is how I reframed my thoughts and my approach in my master's degree program. Yeah, I started to tell myself that I could do this. Nothing could stop me. It may not be easy, but show me one challenge I didn't overcome. And guess what? I excelled in that program. I think that was one of the models I got the highest score in, interestingly. So you see, when you reframe your thoughts and you approach things or life from a positive standpoint, how things can begin to change for you. At that stage in my life, I was jumping to conclusions, yeah? And perhaps I was jumping to conclusions because, I was not the best mathematics student at college. So now going into university and doing this program, I I had already almost, come in with a negative mindset or a negative attitude, and that was affecting my entire outlook on the master's degree program. So I'm asking you to not be like me. Use me as your model, use me as your example, and start to reframe your thoughts today. And today I'm asking you to reframe those thoughts, break free, apply yourself, excel. Tell yourself, I can excel, I can do this, and start to look at life and those things that you want to accomplish from a positive lens, a positive standpoint. Reframe those thoughts and ensure that you make the best decisions moving forward for yourself, as those decisions you make today are going to impact your life forever. Again, welcome back to this inspirational space, and I ask that you have an amazing week and make the best of your week as you reframe those thoughts.